How you doing, class? I chose the movie Iron Man 2, which came out May 7th, 2010, starred by Robert Downey Jr. Um, and it was actually a great movie. I loved the movie. I loved the animations. They actually went CGI, which is, pretty much static scenes, dynamic images, and it's pretty much where the computer only refers to moving images. So the animation comes in when, you have to make something um, be more ideal or look more realistic. Um, So just to kind of touch bases with you guys, I think the director done a great job with this movie. One of the things that stood out to me to this movie is that the director had visual effects and animated effects. Um, so I after looking at the movie and I actually looked at it again, they did a great job about balancing the visual effects and the animation effects. What I mean when I say they did a great job balancing, I mean that it was very fluid. You in some movies you can tell when it's animated because you just I mean it's pretty much evident. In Iron Man, you couldn't really tell when the animation started or when it ended. Same goes for the visual. You wasn't really able to tell when the visual effect started or ended. So the transition between the two was very seamlessly. I think they done a great job with this because they picked some of the or three of the top special effect companies it is that's out there, and those three were Industrial Light and Magic. Um, the Orphanage, both of those two companies was out of San Francisco, and then they also had another one that went by the name of the Embassy. The Orphanage, that company was a smaller company. However, I think they had the biggest part in the movie. They did a great job at pushing the medium. Um, and what stood out to me the most about it was how they gave you insight of what Mr. Downey was looking like when he was, or what he was looking at while he was inside the mask, and it was also giving you a visual of what Mr. Downey was looking at outside of the suit as well. It was very in depth. It was very um, 3D, so you could depict that it was from his face, and that it was pretty much standing out in front of his face. Another thing they were very good at, and that they're known for, and you can pretty much pick it out in this movie with the special effects. They done a lot of things that we haven't seen before, but they kind of normalized it in a sense because they made it look very possible. They made it look very real, and they were very fluent in doing so. It was a great movie overall. The special effects stood out to me, like I said, the most of how fluent it was. Another thing stood out to me was again the different angles at um, how we looked at Mr. Downey in the suit, how we looked at the suit, period, how Mr. Downey looked in the suit, and how his visual from looking outside of the suit. So that's pretty much what stood out to me the most. But as I stated earlier, they did a very good job about transitioning between visual effects and also animated effects. Thanks.